I was getting ready to film this video. Actually, I was getting ready to film a totally different video, and I sat down and decided I didn't want to do that video, so I'm doing a different video. I'm getting ready to go to a Christmas party tonight, so I'm just gonna do a get ready with me, chat a little bit. It's been a while since I've filmed. I'm just gonna put some makeup on my face and talk. Okay, I have brows on already, so I'm gonna start with my eyes, and I'm gonna prime them with my Covergirl Lid Lockup Primer. I just like to place that all over the lid area, and I just take a finger and just kind of tap it out. I actually haven't even decided what my eye look is going to be. I'm going to set that with shade Supermom from the Tarte Lip Palette. So one of the reasons that I have not filmed lately is because all of last week I was in Disneyland, which was so much fun. It has been 3.5 years since the last time we went to Disneyland with the kids. It was just time to go again. So we picked the first week in December because we wanted to be around all the Christmas things. We were initially going to go at the end of November, and then we realized that the American Thanksgiving is at the end of November, and apparently it's really busy in the park during that time. So we went the first week of December, and it was amazing. The first 3 days that we were there, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the mornings were really dead, so we walked onto all the rides that we wanted to, which was so cool. So I think I'm going to go for like a really smoked out green eye with a little bit of this Metal Shock in Supernova, because it's a really pretty green color and I don't wear it very often, but it's really nice. How pretty that is. Yeah, it doesn't look super green on camera, it almost looks gray, but it's a really pretty color, and when you mix that with like nice forest greens, it's just gonna really pop. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna start with a big fluffy brush and the palette Dark Magic from the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. Well, I guess I could have set my lid with that. I just didn't know what I was doing yet. I'm gonna dip into this brown is such a nice transition shade. So I'm gonna stick that up into my crease. I'm gonna go a little bit above my crease actually, because I want this fairly smoked out, so I want the color to go pretty high. The green's gonna come right up into the crease, so I want this brown just a little bit above it to help blend it out. Back to Disneyland. The first 3 days, like I said, were amazing. The first 2 days we had super great weather. It was like 24 degrees, 22, low 20s, and sunshine, so we were nice and warm. It did get cold once the sun went down, but we just tossed on a sweater and we were fine. So we stayed at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel because we booked a little late, and that was the only hotel that we could find that was available, which we also found out towards the end of the week that there was a huge conference in town that same week that we were there, which is why so many of the hotels were booked. So we stayed at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel, and so we had to take a shuttle every day to Disneyland, to and from Disneyland. The first day we got there when the park opened, and then we were scheduled to be picked up like 6 or 7, something like that. So the first day I decided to wear my backpack in the park. It's not a huge backpack. I just wanted a few things in it, like my phone, my wallet, my sunglasses, sunscreen, that kind of thing. But I didn't realize that that was going to cause, well, obviously I knew it was going to cause some pressure on my shoulders, but I didn't think it would be a big deal. I ended up getting such a bad tension headache from wearing the backpack that I got physically ill. Like, we went out for dinner at one of the nicer restaurants in the park. Oh, what is it called? Bell something. Anyways, I ordered a salad, which was $20 American, so like $25 Canadian. Ate about 5 bites of it, and then had to run to the bathroom and vomit. I felt so terrible. Oh, it was not a good time. So the morning I was totally fine. This was about probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon that I started feeling super nauseous from this headache. Like, it was such a bad headache. I've never had a headache that bad that wasn't a migraine. Okay, now I'm gonna dip into Inside Job. Actually not, I think I want a lighter green as more of a transition. So I don't want to use this one because it's too yellow, but I'm gonna switch over to the Armed & Gorgeous palette and pick up this one, which is Top Secret. It's a little more green based than yellow based like the other one. So I'm going to use that as kind of the in-between before I go in with the really dark green one here. I'm going to start by putting that in my outer corner and then kind of work it up into my crease as well. And just get a hint more of that green color on top of the brown. So that first night in the park was not fun. So after supper, we just ended up heading out towards where the shuttle was going to pick us up. But then we had to wait for our shuttle and we were starting to get cold and everyone was just kind of miserable because I was miserable and we were just kind of pacing back and forth. I did end up finding some Tylenol at one of the shops in Disneyland, so I took that and that helped the headache go away a little bit, but then just like the stress and tension on my shoulder were still there and I still didn't feel great. But the shuttle finally came and picked us up and we went back to the hotel. I had a really good night's sleep and felt way better in the morning. Like the tension was all gone and my headache was gone. Thank goodness. Second day back in the parks. First day we stayed just in Disneyland. Second day we did California Adventure. We went on Soaring, which is my absolute favorite ride. When I was 17, my parents took my sister and I to Disney World, and Soarin' was like our favorite ride as a family. Like my mom doesn't like rides at all. She is not a rides person. Like you could not get her on a roller coaster ever. So it was me and my sister and my dad that did most of the rides, but for some reason she decided to try Soaring and she loved it. Like she was obsessed with that ride. So we went on it several times when we were in Disney World. And then last time we were in Disneyland, it was actually closed for updating or maintenance or whatever. And so we never got to experience it last time we were in Disneyland. So Kyle and the kids had never been on it. And so I took them on that first thing in the morning and they loved it. Actually, no, first thing in the morning we went to Cars, the Cars ride. And that was Jace's first time on that ride because last time she was too small. She loved it. Our car won, which was super cool. And then we went on Soaring. And yeah, everybody loved it. It was so good. Even Kyle, who's terrified of heights, really liked it. And for anyone who doesn't know, Soaring is like a paragliding simulation type thing. So you sit in a big row and it actually like comes up off the ground and you're in front of this huge screen and it's a video of you going over different countries and it's super cool. Whoever came up with that ride was a genius because it is so much fun. Okay, I'm going to quickly switch back to my fluffy brush. I haven't put anything else on this. I'm just going to blend over what I've done so far. So then that day was really fun. I don't think we stayed super late that night either. And then Wednesday, it was a little drizzly out. I'm dipping into this one now, Inside Job. And I'm just gonna start working that into the outer corner. And again, slowly bring that into the crease. So Wednesday was a little drizzly, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't enough to keep us out of the park or anything. And it was, again, not super busy, so we went on all the rides we wanted to. Oh, and we ate so many churros in the park. They have all their Christmas churros happening right now, and they were so good. We had one with like chocolate and crushed peppermint candies on it. We had mini churros with eggnog gelato. There was a churro sundae that had mini churros filled with caramel. There was so many churros. Pumpkin spice, gingerbread, green apple, like just ridiculous amounts of churros. And we tried pretty much all of them. So yeah, Wednesday was another fun day in the park. Wednesday is the night that we ended up staying late and watching the fireworks, which when it was time to line up or like get a spot to watch the fireworks, there was an announcement saying, oh, we might not be able to do the fireworks because of the wind and the rain. At that point it was like, I don't think it was even raining anymore. It was just kind of windy, so they weren't sure about doing the fireworks. But they ended up doing them, which was awesome. The kids couldn't see the castle though, which kind of sucked because they have all the lights going on the castle, but they could see the fireworks above that. Yeah, that was good. They do really fun music with it, and at the end, they were supposed to do fake snow falling from various spots in the park, but they couldn't do that part because of the weather. But we did get to see the snow on the last night that we were there. As we were walking through the park, the snow started coming down. So that was kind of cool. Thursday we didn't go until later in the day because we had been out so late the night before. Like in the morning when we were getting ready to go, we didn't go until I think 11:30, somewhere in there. And it hadn't been raining in the morning when we were getting ready to go. But then by the time we left the hotel, it had started to rain. And we just kind of figured, oh, it'll be like the day before and be kind of drizzly and whatever. No. We got off the shuttle We weren't even at security before getting into the park, and we were soaked to the bone. We didn't have any ponchos with us. We had layered up. I think I was wearing like 3 shirts and a sweater. The kids were both wearing 2 shirts and a sweater. Like, we were bundled up, and we were soaked. We're not even in the park yet, and we are soaked to the bone. I have never seen rain like that before. Like, even the people that live in California said that they don't get rain like that ever. It was crazy. So we got into the park. We went straight to the Frozen play, the live play, which is where everyone else decided to go to because it was pouring and we wanted to get inside, and the play is an hour long, so it was a good option. Sat and watched the play. We were freezing the whole time, soaking wet the whole time. Left the play, went straight back to the hotel. We weren't scheduled to get on our shuttle until like 7 o'clock that night or 8 o'clock that night or whatever. So we ended up flagging down a taxi and taking that back. Paid a buttload for the taxi, but we didn't even care. We were just ready to get out of there. So it was kind of nice that we had just a chill day at the hotel because we had been going pretty hard for a couple days at that point. So it was nice to just relax, watch some TV. We all had hot showers. We were well rested for Friday, which was good because we were in the park from 8 o'clock in the morning until 11:20 at night. At that point, we had done pretty much all the rides except for the Incredicoaster in California Adventureland, and Kyle refused to go on that. He doesn't like roller coasters, so I went out with the 2 kids, and Jace got to sit beside me because it's 2 people side by side, and Nico had to sit behind us. We got off the roller coaster and he burst into tears. It was so sad. Oh, he was a little scared, but Jace loved it. But we got to just kind of roam around, taking the sights. We wanted to do the Cars ride again, but it got shut down on that day, so we didn't get to go on that one. Okay, one more time in with my fluffy brush. Blend that out a bit more. Now I'm gonna go in with the Essence Metal Shock in Supernova. I like to have a little flat shader brush on hand when I'm doing this because I like to move the product around a little bit as soon as it's down, and you have to do it quickly or else it dries. So I'm going to place that on the lid and kind of approximately where I want it. And then I'm going to stick that in there and just kind of blend out the edges and move it around a little bit. Now I'm going to dip back into Inside Job, which is that darkest green, and kind of blend out the edge a little bit. Yeah, so Friday was just more about sightseeing, making sure we tried the rest of the churros. The kids had some shopping to do because they had birthday money to spend in the park. We just asked all of our friends or all of our family to give the kids money for their birthdays. Jesus' birthday isn't until the end of this month, but we asked people to give her cash early so that she could spend it in Disneyland. So the kids both got some stuff. I got another Beauty and the Beast mug. My first trip there I got a Belle mug, and this trip I got Chip, the mug in the movie, as a mug, and so it was super cute. And then we also bought the kids' teachers their Christmas presents while we were there too. They each got a mug. One was a Minnie Mouse one was a Ariel one. Oh, another thing that we ate in the park, which was so good, hot chocolate cotton candy. It sounds a little weird, but it was amazing. I was shocked at how good it was. Like, I've never had cotton candy that was that good before. It was so good. And then also on Friday we stayed and watched the Fantasmic show in Disneyland. We didn't see that one the last time we were there, and it was pretty incredible. First we had to be in the park like when it opened so that we could get fast passes to watch Fantasmic, and then we had to line up an hour before the show started so that we could get a decent spot for it. They have it all roped off and whatever, but the section that we had to stand in had like bushes in front, like between the water and where we were standing, so it made it hard to see the stage. Luckily we got a spot like right up against the fence so the kids could actually see the whole thing, which was good. And it was really cool because this is a show that's like partially on the water and partially out on the island, Huck Finn's Island? Is that what it is? Huck Finn's Island. So it was pretty cool. When the giant dragon comes out of the stage though, the kids got a little spooked. But other than that, it was pretty cool. It sucks because our shuttle options were either 9:20 or 11:20, and the show started at 9, so there was no way we could get out to the shuttle by 9:20. So we had to stay in the park until 11:20, but we just went to downtown Disney and did the rest of our shopping and stuff. And so it worked out well. Okay, 22 minutes to just finish my eyes. Moving on to my face. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do my face off camera, or else this is gonna end up being a really long video. So I'll be right back with my face already on. Face is done. I used my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte mixed with the Pro Glow. I heard some awesome news on Instagram the last couple days. I heard that L'Oreal is coming out with an Infallible concealer. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I hope it is amazing because I love, 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 love this foundation. Hopefully their concealer is just as bomb. I have tried some other ones of their like more recent foundations. They came out with the Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. Don't really love this. It might work well as a like contour shade, but I just have the regular foundation shade. Not a huge fan of it. It sits on my skin a little weird. And then you guys know I don't like the Infallible Full Coverage, I think it is. So hopefully it's not like one of those foundations. Hopefully it's a good formula that I love. We will see. Hopefully it actually releases in Canada, because half the stuff gets released in the States and then doesn't come to Canada, or it's months later. But we'll see. So I'm going to finish off my eyes now. I'm going to go back into the Dark Magic palette. I'm going to use the same brown shade to start. So I'm just going to take that underneath my entire lower lash. Anyways, going back to our last day at Disneyland, I forgot to tell you guys one other little thing that happened. When we were leaving California Adventure to go over to Disneyland for the Fantasmic show, I tripped on a sidewalk and sprained my wrist. So that was fun. This wrist right here. I don't have a tensor bandage on it right now because I try to give it a break if I don't need to be wearing it, but it's still quite sore. It's been a week now, and yeah, I messed it up pretty good, which also sucks because I just started going back to the gym and now I can't do any workouts that involve my wrist. So that's been interesting trying to work around. I'm going to dip into Inside Job on a smaller, more dense brush because I want this just like right under the lash line, nice and tight on the outer corner, and then bringing that to meet up with the dark green on the top of my lid. But yeah, I'm back at the gym now. I canceled my membership at the YMCA when the kids started school because one of the biggest reasons we had the membership at the YMCA was so that the kids could do swimming lessons and stuff, and we could go to the pool during the day when they were homeschooled. And with them in school, there just wasn't enough time for all that, and it didn't make sense to be paying what we were paying there if we weren't going to get a bunch of use out of it. I got rid of my membership there, and then I hadn't started going back to another gym yet. So I actually messaged Worlds, which is where I had been previously, and I really liked that gym. And I messaged them. I was like, hey, do you want to partner with me? And I can like advertise for you if you're willing to give me a bit of a deal, whatever. And so they came back and told me that they were going to give me a diamond membership, which is their like highest membership, in return for me promoting them. So I was pretty stoked about that. And with the diamond membership, I get to do small group training, which is so cool because the maximum amount of people that can go in these groups is 12 people. But so far I've been in one group that had 2 other people and one group that was just me and the trainer. And it's an actual personal trainer who has done all their schooling to become a personal trainer. And yeah, I got to work one-on-one with the trainer, which was so cool. So I'm really enjoying being back in the gym. I did have to modify quite a bit for my last class because I couldn't deal with this. I just love being back in the gym. I missed it so much, so it's so nice to be back. And if you guys are in Kelowna or in West Kelowna, you can mention my name when you sign up and you get $5 off of a diamond membership, which is usually $25 bi-weekly. But if you mention my name, you get it for $20 bi-weekly, which is pretty cool. Go sign up for membership. So that's it for shadow on the eyes. I'm going to line my eyes with this Eyesense Eyeliner that I got from my good friend Shauna. I have been loving this. It's so pigmented and it lasts for so long. So I'm just going to tightline the top as well as put it in my lower lash line. I'm focusing this mainly on the outer corner and then just kind of letting it fade out around the middle because that's where my green ends on the bottom too. So I don't want to take the darkness all the way to the inner corner. Before I put on mascara, I'm going to spray my face and put on my highlight. I'm just going to use my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I did already spray this on my face once after I did on my powder, but I'm going to do it again so that the highlight sticks a little bit better. I think I'm going to go with Artist Couture tonight, the Illuminati, because it's so shiny and pretty, and it's a mess in there because I keep forgetting to close the sifter. I'm just going to dump a little bit into the lid, and then I'm going to tap it off, and it's so beautiful. Then I'm going to take a small little brush and get that on my nose. Ooh, I'm also going to do this on my inner corner. Don't want brow bone highlight, might as well. Just a smidge. And of course, Cupid's bow. Now mascara. While we were in California, we went to Walgreens and I found these gorgeous lashes, which I had not seen here previously, but when I storied about them, I had someone tell me that I can find these at London Drugs, which I'm super excited about because they are the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink collection, and these are the style Gala. I am obsessed with these lashes. They are so beautiful. So I'm going to be wearing these tonight. I can't remember if I've talked about this on my channel before or not, but I've recently picked up the Velour Lash Glue. It is latex free and it is so good. I've been obsessed with it. It sticks your lashes on and they do not budge. So I'm really liking it. I think it's only like 12 bucks, which is not a bad price. So I did have to trim these down quite a bit to fit my eye. They were quite large. I probably took off like 3 little chunks of lashes on the outer edge, but now they fit perfectly and they are so fluffy. They're not just like one lash going like this, like they go everywhere. They're so pretty. They do have a bit of a thicker lash band on them, so if you're not used to lashes, they do take a little bit of getting used to. They don't have the clear band like the other Kiss lashes that I use, the number 11s. These are definitely a little more dramatic and a little more difficult to put on, but once you get them on, they're stunning. I mean, look at those. Now, do I want to go super Christmassy and put on a red lip with this? You know what? Why not? Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Missy and Fierce. So Christmas. I'm going to go do my hair and I'll be right back to finish off this video. Okay, there we go. Finished look, hair done. That is my get ready with me for Christmas party look. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.